Can you hear it, guys? Yes, we're doing it. We're doing Slay the Spire. Return. Back. Yes. Let's just play. Let's just play and we'll learn as we go along. I'll play this a couple of times before, so I'll guide you along as well as I can. Here are the classes. These two here are my favorites, so I'm gonna go with... We'll check them all out in time. I think I'm gonna start off with the Silent, because I love card draw. And the Silent is a lot about card draw. It's also about poison and free spells, all which I love. Enemies in the next 3 combats have 1 HP, yes. Don't mind if I do. Old whaley guy. So, we're gonna go. Let's have a look at the map here. I initially am most looking for these campfires. Campfires are good, and bosses, because we're playing on such a low difficulty here. I think we can go for a lot of bosses. So let's see. Here are 1, 2, 3. We can do a triple boss here. Triple boss run, yes. Or elites, I guess. The boss is the is the last room. Already lying. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. We're gonna go in here. And we're not gonna be up against too much resistance here. Everything's just gonna die immediately. That's because I'm a pro gamer. No, actually, that's because of this, right? The thing that I picked up in the beginning. First 3 boss battles. First 3 battles will be quite easy, so we're just gonna skip through them as fast as we can. Power cards, got it, got it. So here we got Footwork, Tactician, and Crippling Cloud. Footwork is such an amazing card. You probably don't need it on this easier difficulty, but the more difficult, as you progress, the game gets harder and harder, the more defensive cards you're gonna need, and making, you know, often dealing damage is not the real issue in this game. Often the issue is having good defense, being able to survive. Reach inside, lose 3 HP, find a relic. We're at 70 HP, so I feel fine here reaching for a relic a couple of times. Okay. Bronze scales. Thorns deals damage whenever something attacks us, so that's pretty good. We could go for the shop here, but we don't. We have a shop on this side, so might as well go for the boss here. Or the elite, I guess they're called. I just call them bosses for some instance. They're elites. So, power potion. Potions, yes, got it. Poison, stab, slice, or backflip. Let's see. Let's see in our deck here. We have deadly poison and footwork. Poison is pretty good to pick up. This is the shittiest poison card though, so I think I'm gonna go for the backflip. Draw some cards, gain some block. It's pretty nice. Gonna gain some gold, lose some life, that's fine. And now, first boss battle. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, this is one of the best matchups for us, since we are the Silent, I guess they're called. We draw a lot of extra cards, and these guys makes us draw dummy cards. Goof cards, which we don't want. Which is fine, though. Since we draw so many cards with this class draws 2 additional cards. It's pretty good, pretty strong relic. Possibly the strongest starting relic, I think. In my opinion, at least. And these guys, looking like fools. They can do nothing against me. So let's lead off with a neutralize, so that we can get some poison going here. And then I think we need to just block to prevent damage. We don't need to go for the power here on this fight. I think we can save the power for an upcoming elite fight, which might be harder than this. This should be one of our best matchups. Yep, got it. Got it. Strike. So, can we strike this down to something reasonable? Gain 7, draw 2. That seems fine. Yeah, it seems good. These guys, they're not that difficult yet, but when you ramp up the difficulty, I at least keep avoiding as many elite battles as possible before my deck is reasonably strong. But now it's fine. I can just go into this. But as we progress through this game, this will get more and more difficult. More and more difficult. And we don't have any... this class doesn't have any good healing. So gaining back our lost HP here can only be done on campfires, I guess they're called. We'll get to one at some point, and you'll see. You might be a seasoned veteran and wondering why I'm telling all this basic stuff. But there might be some new players out there who's interested in checking this out. It's a really good game. So, should I probably explain some about what's going on here? This icon up here says that he's gonna do something, he's not gonna attack. This is the attack icon, the red sword with the number, and that's how much damage they're gonna deal to us next turn. So he's gonna deal 9. But since we have thorns, we deal 3 damage back to him whenever he attacks us. Now, 3 damage. With 3 damage we can kill this guy, and then we can just go ham on the last sentry here. These guys keep mixing in shitty dazed cards which doesn't do anything into our deck. That's what make them difficult. And if you're playing some other class which draws 2 cards less, they can be quite difficult. But for this class, they are not really a problem. Yeah, sure. We only drew into block cards there. Unfortunate. We'll see. I'm going to try to shape this deck into a kind of poisony deck, I think. We need to pick up some defensive cards though, like some more footworks would be nice. What footwork does is that it gives you dexterity. Dexterity gives you extra block from every block card. These are block cards. Defend. These are actually quite good for being starting cards. You start off with a couple of defense and a couple of strikes. Oh, let's see. Meat on the bone. We get a healing relic. If your HP is at or below 50% at the end of combat, heal 12 HP. That is really good for this class. Really, really good. We don't have any good healing on this class, so getting access to healing this early is really good. Calculated gamble. Discard your hand and draw that many cards is insanely strong. Let's pick it up. It has exhaust though, so you can only use it once per combat. We'll see more about that soon. This guy steals 15 gold every time he attacks, so you need to kill him within a reasonable time frame. He's one of those few encounters which really forces you to dish out some damage. You can't just stay defensive. As I said, the harder the difficulty, the more this game ramps up, the more defensive cards you need to pick up to just be able to survive in the early game here. You will, of course, as you progress, keep getting... we don't have anything we can draw into, so we're not going to use that. What was I going to say? As you progress, you will pick up cards and your deck will get stronger and stronger, and usually by the very end of the game... The end of the game is usually the easiest part, since you have such a strong deck that nothing can really, stand up against you. If you're lucky, sometimes you get very unlucky though and draw very non-synergetic cards. Deflect is a very good card to have, so is Backflip though. I think I'm gonna go for Backflip. We need that block. So here I would like to rest, but I think we can take on... What do we have? Let's go back to the map. Yeah, I think we can take one more. Oh, but we're gonna have to do 2 boss battles and just sleep before the boss. Here we get triple sleep. Maybe I'll go for the campfire, keeping it safe. Since we have the meat on the bones, I think I'm just gonna go Smith. Smith upgrades a card. And upgrading the footwork here to gain in us 3 extra block per block card is insanely good. Let's see what we can find. Dreamcatcher. Whenever you rest, you may add a card into your deck. That's sometimes useful. Usually you want to smith, but might be. Obtain golden idol, trigger a trap. Yeah, sure. Lose 5 max HP. Take 17 damage. Become cursed. I think losing 5 max HP is fine. It's not a big deal. Let's go for another small dork here. 65, so half of 65 is 33, I guess. So if we can go down 10 HP, we will just heal up anyway. So we can take a little bit of damage here. Just go knife to face. Because if we're under it, we can heal with the meat on the bone here. So take a little bit of damage, should be fine here. $12. Yeah, 12 brings us into healing range, so that's perfect. Let's take 12. So sometimes in this game it might be worth taking some damage just because that if you have relics like this, for instance. Let's see if we can kill him this turn. Yes, we can. Perfect. And he's dead, and we're gonna get that sweet 12 heal here. Perfect. Ghost in a jar. This is really useful. Intangible makes it so that you can only take 1 damage from all attacks that turn. So that's really good. These potions can be used at any time. We haven't used any, but we haven't been up against anything that's forced us to use them. They're really good in boss battles and versus elites. Dagger throw or prepared. I think I want prepared. Search for some cards. Is pretty good. And let's go for the campfire here. Whenever you rest, you may add a card into your deck. Should we rest here? Or should we smith? Let's see what we can smith. We can smith a deadly poison. We need to get our poison rolling, I think, versus the boss. So smithing the poison into 7 might be a good plan here. We're gonna gear up for the boss. Oh, a shop. At these shops you can buy things. You gain gold after each battle. You might have seen that. So here we have a backflip for a pretty good discount. Future rewards have 1 additional card. Whenever you use a potion, heal 5 HP. Enemies in elite combats have 25% less HP. That's pretty good if you want to go elite hunting. At the start of your turn, play the top card of your draw pile. This is a pretty strong power. Pretty strong. You can also remove cards here. Usually you want to remove the strikes in your deck because those are the worst cards. Do I want Mayhem? I have no really great synergy with Mayhem though in this deck. No really great synergy, but it's a great card against bosses. Saves you mana, since you will play 1 card for free every turn. So, let's see. It's getting dark here. Whoa, that's better. That's much better. Backflip. Infinite Blades is also good. At the start of your turn, add a Shiv into your hand. That gives you even more damage. Haven't seen much poison. Might be worth. I'm definitely gonna pick up the backflip. We have 247, so we can either go for Infinite Blades and card removal, or we could go for a Mayhem. I think Mayhem is pretty fun. Might not be the best card if you're playing this on a very high difficulty and you're in this situation, but I think it can be fine. Fine and fun. Let's see. What can we do here? We definitely need to block some. Let's lead off with this. Yeah, we really need to go for that block. What else can we do? We'll probably go for one more block, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Should be plenty of block. These guys are just damaging themselves. Silly creatures. Do they even know what they're doing? Doesn't seem like it. Silly worms. Can just block this. I don't even need to attack you guys. I can just block you all day. All day. Yeah. This thorn is coming in handy here. Deal 3 damage. Do we want to deal 3 damage to? What is best? This guy. Kill him next turn. Can bring this down to size as well. Let's draw a card and discard something. This doesn't do much here. 6. Yep, let's put it here. Put a defend up. Now I've triggered all their blocks. So they're wide open. They're gonna die any second here. They be dead. Really, there's something creepy about the animations, but I really wonder how they did this. If you look at this, it's so fluid in a way. looks surreal. Backflip. We're just gonna defend. We got all the blocks. The blocking power. The blocking power is strong on our side of the board. Grow. Yep, they gain strength, and strength gives increased attack damage. Let's just kill them with poison. Poison, as you've seen, it stacks, so it deals damage every turn, depending on how much poison it has. Ooh, noxious fumes. At the start of your turn, apply 2 poison to all enemies. This is exactly what we need if we're gonna go up against them. Against them bosses. Let's take the noxious fumes. And here, usually resting before a boss is quite good. You need the extra HP, because they have a tendency to bring you down low. So, all-out attack is really good. Well-laid plan is also really good. We're up against a boss, so I think well-laid plans is better. Allows us to keep a card when we pass the turn. You've seen before that we discarded everything, but here you can just keep one. That's usually pretty good. Getting this off, I think we're gonna get a power here as well. So, getting into intangible, no. We could go for footwork, or we could go for noxious fumes. I think noxious fumes is what we want here. Start poisoning him. Do we want more thorns? Or do we save this? I think we can actually go for the thorns here. Gain us 6 thorns this combat. We're gonna get more potions anyway. Soon, probably. So let's... This guy, when you bring him back to... When you've dealt 21 more damage, he changes to a defensive mode. And in that mode, he also has thorns. So, let's see. Backflip. That's all. Have a lot of defensive cards. I like picking up defensive cards, though. You'll see. These bosses, as you can see, he deals 32. Yep, that's a lot. So, do we do... I think we need to do defend, and calculated gamble. Yeah, here we might as well go for this. Yeah, we're gonna take some damage here. That is true. We're gonna save this, though, the intangible, for when we're in real trouble. We are not in that much trouble yet, so... Poison and mayhem seems fine. We have a turn when it doesn't do too much, so... Having that sweet mayhem might be really nice. Playing a card from the top of our library can be... Oop. Put him down into his defensive stance. Here we can just... Doesn't matter too much what you do here. He has too much armor for us to get through. This might be dangerous though against him in this defensive mode, because if we draw... Okay, that's really good. Defend. Let's do well-laid plans so that we can keep a card. Backflip. And I guess another backflip. We can neutralize. Here we have a lot of block. And attack. And the turn. Now we get the option to keep something. We'll keep the backflip. Because we have the retain. You can see all these status effects that we have active here. Here's the mayhem. We have some noxious fumes, which gives him poison every turn. We have some dexterity. Okay, so he's gonna deal 12 damage. 12 damage. That is fine. I think we can backflip and just probably do another backflip. That should be fine. And the turn. We're gonna keep Survivor because we want to have the most defensive cards available if we need them. And this guy, 20 damage. Yeah, he's ramping up the aggression. 20 damage. Let's do a backflip. And prepared maybe. No, we have a lot of daggers. But we're gonna deal 31, so we just need a little bit of damage here, and we will flip him with the 31 damage. Will be dealt at end of turn, which will put him in defensive mode, so we can end here. Yeah, let's keep the Survivor. As you can see, this class is an expert in having a lot of cards in hand, and I really, really like that. First, we need to build up some armor here to be able to stave off that thorn. So let's go defend. And why not another defend? He's gonna deal 9, but we can do this without a problem. Let's keep a backflip. Easy. Is this game for babies? Or is this for actual big adults? Doesn't feel like it. Feels too easy. We don't need to retain anything. We can just hold up our hands in this victory pose. So here we gain a lot of gold. And we gain a rare card. The yellow cards are rare cards. So, Envenom. Whenever an attack deals unblocked damage, apply 1 poison. That is fine. Next turn, your attacks deal double damage. We're not really an attack deck, we're going more for poison here, so I think Adrenaline. Gain 1 mana and draw 2 cards with Exhaust. Seems really good. We'll pick that up. So here then, gain 1 more mana at the start of your turn. All enemies start combat with 1 strength. So they're gonna deal 1 more damage per attack. It's a bit risky, but quite good. Gain 1 mana at the start of your turn. You can no longer rest at rest sites. We do have meat on the bones, so we might not need to rest that much. So getting that extra mana here can be good. Or Elite. Black Star. Elites drop an additional relic when defeated. We could go relic hunting. We don't have that strong of a deck though. Our deck is very mediocre still. So I don't feel confident hunting rares with the set of cards that we got currently. I feel like with meat on the bone, we might try to abuse that and go for no rests instead. Seems fine, and try to get as much heal out of meat on the bone as possible. We're gonna get a free heal, of course, here when we've completed an act. This is the second act, the city. So, here then. We need some more relics, but we also need to get some more cards in our deck. Let's see, here we have a shop. We have a rare, we have a rest site, we have another shop. This side though, we have a rest site, elites, rest site. We have a lot of elites and rest sites here. Not too many shops, we have 200 gold. I think I'm fine going for some elites here. Let's look at our deck again. Am I? Really? No. Our deck is not strong enough. Maybe we need to pick up some cards. Let's go for the vendor here. We've been a bit unlucky with the cards. Not super unlucky, but I guess average luck. Well laid plans. And let's go for some Noxious Fume. Start the poison action here. Draw some cards, gain some defense. He's dealing 10 to us, so we can deal a bit of damage to him. Let's keep the backflip, so we have some more card draw available and some defense. This guy has a confusion spell, which he might cast at us. We'll see. Yeah, seems like that's what he's gonna cast. So let's do footwork, and sure, let's do mayhem. It's just a fun card. Prepared. Nope. Keep the backflip. So we'll see what the confusion does here. Suffer. Let's see if we can read it. Yep. That's our mayhem ticking off. We can't hover over. Okay. Where is it? Hex. Whenever you play a non-attack card, shuffle one Dazed into your draw pile. And Dazed are cards which we can't play. So this guy tries to force you to only play attack cards. But you can play some. With this particular class, we draw so many cards anyway, so those Dazes might not be too dangerous, I don't think. We'll see though. Yeah, this seems fine. Let's keep a defend in hand. We have the Ghost in a Jar if things are starting to go south quickly. 14 here. Card to discard. Yeah, sure. Can discard the Dazed. We have a lot of block here, so we might as well go for some damage, 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 and then just another backflip. This guy, though, as the game, as I said, when you've completed one game, you can ascend to a higher difficulty, and the more you complete this game, it gets more difficult and more difficult. And after a while, these guys are really tough to deal with, actually. They are quite strong, especially if they have... here he was alone, but if he has some friends with him, it can be quite difficult. Deflect seems to fit our deck. We have a lot of card drawing. This is also a fine card, the Leg Sweep. I think Deflect. We can go for Deflect here. Need defensive power. So against these guys, the Thorns is really good. As you can see, these guys attack 5 times and deal 1 damage every time. So they're basically gonna deal 15 damage to themselves when they attack like this. That's really good. We can put on the Fumes as well. And this. And some footwork. And block. And more mana. And deflect. And as you can see, we're almost going off with this deck already. When you get enough card draw and extra mana and stuff like that, you can like spin through your entire deck 1 or 2 times, and that's when the deck gets real funny to play. Really funny. Fun. What did I say? Funny. English. Difficult language. Gonna beat down on these birds. Need some block though. Some more block. Can we get something? Can play? Nope, can't. These guys are going to kill themselves though. As you see. These guys are not very strong against Thorns. Kind of an anti-card against them. They can't deal with Thorns very well. Let's make this guy deal less damage. Weaken makes them deal 25 less damage. 25%. Not 25, that would be amazing. 25%. These also have flight, which makes them receive less attack damage until you've attacked 3 times. But they're not a problem. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Here we have another footwork. Backflip is really good. But footwork is what's going to get us there, I think. Having these... Ooh. Now that we can't heal up at rest sites, it might be worth going for something like this. Heal 4 HP. Ooh, start each combat with 10 block. We have a... Start each elite combat with 2 strength. We have a lot of good options here. Would also love to remove a card, so maybe I'll go... Start each combat with 10 block is really, really strong. Usually the first turn is the most difficult to get through with these kinds of decks. As the deck progresses and you have more powers in play, it gets easier and easier to survive. So let's see here. Outmaneuver is another good card. Prepared is good. So what do we go for? I think we go for the anchor here. Having that extra block is really good. Unfortunately, we're 1 gold off the bandage, but it will have to do. So, do we go for a prepared here? I think I'd rather remove a strike. Yep. Let's remove a strike. That's all we can do for now. So this guy has Malleable. Upon receiving attack damage, gains 3 block. Block gain increases as Malleable is triggered. Resets to 3 at the start of your turn. So the more small attacks you do to him, the better for him. So he's gonna deal a lot of damage to us here. Want to get these powers rolling though. But we also want to stave off enough damage. So if I play this, we will have enough block. Probably. Mayhem versus Noxious. I think Mayhem can be fun here. And let's draw something. Doesn't matter. And the turn. We're taking 3 damage here, but that's fine. And then we're playing something. Backflip, that's pretty good. Let's weaken him. Lay some plans, gain some block. I don't need all this block. But I guess we'll go for it. Gonna need some stronger poison cards. We don't have enough really yet. We need more poison cards if we're gonna build a poison deck. 7 times 3, yeah. More footwork. More backflips. We need that armor. 21. Still not enough. Get some mana. Noxious Fumes. And there we got to 21. That's good enough for now. Let's keep the calculated gamble. Might come in handy if we draw into a shitty hand. $21 again. 6 block for free. It would have been free anyway. 14. We need 15 block this turn. So let's gain some more block. We're 1 off. That's fine. We can deal some damage to him here. Let's draw some more cards. And let's end the turn, keeping the gamble. Just in case. He is dead now. When you see the bar here being completely green, you can just end your turn. You don't need to. You don't need to do anything. The poison will kill him. It's true for all the enemies that you're up against. Oh, acrobatics. You don't say. Draw 4 cards, discard 1. Yes, this is exactly the type of cards that I want. Now we just need the cards which gives us mana. We need more mana. Card draw and mana, card draw and mana. That's how we create a fun deck to play. And then what? Do we... Yeah, I guess we discard and draw a new hand. Some footwork seems good. Let's be prepared here. Have to do this. This guy is dangerous. He uses a spell. We'll see what it does here. Which, confused. Whenever you draw a card, randomize its cost. So, this might get dangerous. Choose a card to discard. We are not gonna play this. As you see, some cards become quite useless now. Well-laid plans could be good. Keeping something. Free block seems fine. Card to retain. These are all very shitty cards. I guess I'll keep the defend. We have a lot of powers going though. So powers against this guy is quite good. More block for free. Block for free. That's fine. I will just strike his face. Keeping a defend. Yeah, this guy though, as I said, as the game progresses, this guy gets dangerous. Now it's just a snake with a cleaver, I guess. But he gets dangerous for sure. Faux show. Oh, now we need block, a lot of block. But we need to also beat him down. Let's just do this. Keep the acrobatics for next turn. Yeah, usually in this game, the more powers you can get in, the better. Powers are very strong against these boss-like encounters. Like this is like a mini-boss, I guess. Okay, so we can do backflip here. And why not defend? We have all these free defense. Let's draw some more cards. What don't we want here? Expensive defend, I guess. Draw some more cards. We have 40 block. Yeah, let's strike, I guess. Is there any good cards here? Not really. What is the best card though? Just the backflip. Probably. Maybe the poison. It costs so much. We have 4 mana now. This is the... it's called energy, but it's basically mana. It's basically mana. We all know it's mana. So, he's dealing 12. That's not too much. We can get 12. Just this and we should be fine here, I think. Let's deal some more poison damage. Oh, there's no good cards here. I don't want any of those cards. Shove them back in. And the snake is going down. Discard a card. The prepared seems horrible for 3 mana. Let's neutralize the snake. Snake is dead. Okay, so another backflip. The backflip is good. We haven't gotten any of those. Whenever you there's a card which when you discard it you gain mana, which could be real nice here. Let's smith something. What do we want to smith? Let's see, what can we do in Mayhem? Can bring it down to 1. I think bringing up footwork to 3 dexterity seems pretty good to me. Let's go for this elite here. He has minions. A lot of minions. Yeah, starting off with a Mayhem seems like it could be a good idea. Do we go acrobatics calculated gamble? I think so. Possibly. What do we discard? We discard the defend. Gain some more mana. Lay some plans. There's nothing here really that I want. I want more powers, so let's calculate the gamble. Footwork. And yeah, another footwork. We need all this dexterity. All the dexterity we can get. And keeping a poison here. So we can start poisoning the boss. Poison is amazing versus these stronger guys since they stack. Or since it stacks. Oh, this guy. It's bringing the business. Yeah, let's get this rolling at least. And let's backflip. Here we can see the power of the having 6 extra block, the dexterity here. Some more backflip. Deadly poison, huh? Yep, let's poison the leader. And that's about all we can do here. Let's keep the acrobatics. I like holding cards which are which draws into other cards, since you don't know what you're gonna draw into. Here it comes. These guys are gearing up. They're probably gonna be able to deal ooh, as you can see, 60 damage. 60 damage, that is insane. We have the option of going for our ghost in jar here. We might need to. But now it's just 50. We might be able to 50 we might be able to get to here. We can easily get to 50. Let's do some acrobatics. Can discard this. We're at 42 already. We can even go for some damage here, I think. And yeah. Easy getting 50 block against these guys. Yeah, dexterity is really something you need in this kind of deck. Okay, so this guy is dealing a lot of damage though. A lot of damage. We can probably backflip this, quite a lot of this away. Now he's almost not dealing any damage. So, let's see, 27. So, we need some more block. Then we might as well just go for a simple strike phaser, I think. And then keeping a backflip. Yeah, all this mayhem triggers combined with draw cards is also really, really strong. Let's adjust the camera. Ah, they are gearing up, huh? Well, then let's try and find some damaging cards. We don't have too many good attack spells. We'll have to try to remedy that. We have a lot of defensive cards, but you need them though. They are good. They are good. Let's draw some. Nothing there that we wanted. Keeping the backflip. Gaining some block. We'll neutralize the leader. Poison him. Do a backflip. Do another backflip. Deflect. 6 damage to face. Yep. Seems fine. Keep the acrobatics. Yeah, this guy also, as this ramps up, he gets dangerous. We'll see when we get to some higher ascension levels. Yeah, here we don't need to do anything. When this guy dies, all these guys are gonna flee, so we can just end the turn. Not keep anything. We're good to go. Retreat! Run! Weak-minded creatures. Whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with 2 extra mana. That's good. Ooh. Ooh, this is good. Whenever you play a card, gain 1 block. That's really good. Doesn't work with dexterity, unfortunately. I don't think. Does it? I don't think it does. Choose a card next turn. Add 3 copies to that card into your hand. This is really good with if you need more poison stuff. Also, Crippling Cloud, 7 poison and weak to all enemies. Yeah, I think this is the after image though. We need more damage. That's the problem. We only have 1 poison card. Yeah, I guess we have to go for more poison, unfortunately. Let's smith. And what were we gonna smith? We could smith the fumes to 3. That's not gonna do too much. Maybe the mayhem, make it cheaper. You can have the calculated gamble. Can make that free. That's pretty good. What can we do here? Gain more mana. That's decent. Backflips. Have a weak for 2 turns. Is pretty good. I think bringing this down to 1 mana is fine. I'll smith it. Gain a relic. If your HP is full, gain 1 extra mana at the start of your turn. It's not. It's at 65 and we can't heal it, so it's not exactly what we needed here. Okay. So these guys ramp up quickly in damage. We're gonna have to find our poison here, I think. That we I don't think we're gonna strike these guys down easily. So let's go for this. Let's draw a lot of cards. Mayhem, footwork. Yeah, sure. Keeping the backflip. These guys ramp up in damage quite quickly. You need to At the end of its turn, gains 3 strength. So they start off low, as you see. They just have 18 damage here, but they quite quickly become hard to deal with. Gonna use all our free spells here as well as we can. Then start backflipping, poisoning, focusing down one of them. Yeah. And here, what do we keep? I guess we keep the defend in case we are in trouble next turn. Four more damage coming in. 666, the number of the beast. Okay. Here then. They are still not dealing too much damage, so let's go for an acrobatics. Let's throw away the defend. Let's put this on point. This guy will die in 2 turns, so I'm not gonna focus on him. Now I'm gonna focus down this guy, I think. Maybe I should have used one backflip there. Might have been a mistake. Yep, we're gonna take some damage here. That was unnecessary. Should have used more backflips. That's a good freebie. Yeah, these guys are gonna die, so I don't care. We're gonna take 9 damage, and that's nothing. Nothing at all. Yep, and the turn. Yeah, sure. Keep a strike. Gold. Gain 5 strength. Lose 5 strength. I think this is just better. Artifact is not something we really need, so it's probably better than that. Apply 99 vulnerable. So it takes more damage from attacks, but we are not a attack build. Deal 7 damage, apply 1 weak. We might go for a dagger throw here. For some extra draw and discard. I think that's what we're gonna go for. Extra card filtering. Might come in handy. Let's lay some plans. Do a backflip. Adrenaline. More mana. More backflips. Yeah, here we can go for mayhem. Deflect. I think it's worth discarding the hand here. Drawing a new hand. See if we can get all our powers off. Seems like it. Almost. And let's neutralize this guy. And the turn. Keeping the poison. So here we might as well waste some of our potions. We are gathering more potions than we need. And these strength potions are not really what we want. So might be a worthwhile thing to actually waste these on a turn where we draw into a couple of strikes and other nonsense stuff like that. Let's try and be prepared. Yeah, we can skip this. I think we're gonna focus this guy down. He won't be the problem though. He is going to cast this, so it's better to... Oh, I made a mistake. It's better to focus this guy now. Actually. Crippling Cloud. 7 poison and 2 weak to all enemies. Yeah, that's something we want for sure. It's better to focus down this guy, as the most dangerous thing about this guy is the confuse, which we have already gained now. Okay. So let's focus down the bird instead. Need more block though. And the turn, keeping the Crippling Cloud. It has exhaust though. I wonder if we can upgrade this to remove the exhaust. Maybe we can. We might be able to do that. So let's draw this card here. We can discard days, that's fine. Let's make them weak. This guy will die now of poison, so we don't have to care too much about him. Gain some block here, that should be fine. Keeping the acrobatics. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So, I think we can just go face here. Face is the place. Yeah. Skip this for another attack, and we can just end the turn here. He will die from our poison. Let's just, for 1 small second. Perfect. Fix the camera. So, here we got it. Ooh. I want both these, but the bouncing flask is exactly what we need. Apply 3 poison to a random enemy 3 times. We can upgrade this. Ooh, that's what we want. That's what we want. Skip potion. Got it. We don't need that artifact potion, so we're gonna skip it. We have one vendor here, one vendor here. Doesn't matter which one we go for. Okay. Oh. Get to fight against Slaver and whatnot. So here, let's go footwork. Neutralize the Slaver. Acrobatics. What don't we like here? Don't like this yet. Gain some more mana. Can do a backflip. We want to get off all our powers as quick as possible, I think. Be prepared. No. Let's discard our hand. Let's try to find all our powers and get them off as quick as possible. 3 dexterity, that's pretty good. Yep, now we have the defense up. The defense is up and running. That's good. Crippling Cloud. 7 and 8. I think we're fine doing this. Can lay some plans. We can do a backflip. And then just deflect and mayhem. Perfect. Perfect. This worked out exactly as I wanted. Some more cards. So we're gonna discard though. Yeah, this might be fine. Discarding. Put on some more poison. Weaken them. Backflip. Backflip. Deflect. Fine. Keep a backflip. I don't remember exactly what this guy does. Let's see. He does entangled. You cannot play attacks. That's fine. We're not in a dire need of attacks anyway. Can just defend through our turn here. Let's do the bouncing flask. Yep. Okay, so now they're both gonna die. We can just end the turn. No need to waste any time. Here we get the option to flee or fight a powerful foe. I think this deck is not the kind of deck which wants to fight the powerful foe. The guys that you're up against get stronger the more skill cards you play, and we don't have many attack cards. We mostly have skill cards, so I don't want to fight them. I'm gonna escape. And let's go for the vendor here. Ooh, 2 poison cards here. 2 poison cards. I want them both. I can't buy them both. Can't buy them both. What do I want most? Crippling Cloud or Noxious Fumes? I think Noxious Fumes. Since we're up against bosses all the time. That might be the strategy that we're going for here. Just card draw and set up all our powers. Might be a good thing for us. Yep. Let's remove the artifact. The artifact protects them against the debuff. Let's do Noxious Fumes, Footwork, and let's try to find more powers. We can throw away a defend, draw some more cards. Mayhem. I'm not in a need of deflect here, so I'd rather search for even more powers. Well-laid plans and noxious fumes. And yeah, sure, let's keep a defend. Now we got all our powers rolling here, so we're in a good position. Take these guys on. Mm-hmm. 20 damage coming in. Let's do a footwork and a backflip. And yeah, sure, let's go for... no, wait a minute. They're gonna deal a lot of damage here. We probably need to be a bit conservative here, unfortunately. Let's end the turn, and let's keep the bouncing flask. Now we're getting some poison in our deck, that's good. Yeah, a lot of poison, that's what we want to see. Yeah, deflect, can I? Thank you. Play this. So we'll do another backflip, and then we'll go for the bouncing flask. See, the artifact there negated one of the bounces, but it could only negate one. Let's keep the deadly poison here. We want to poison this guy as soon as possible. See, he has 56 armor, so poison is quite good against him if you can get rid of his artifacts. The dazed, I don't think I'll need the dazed here. And now these guys are ready to die. And the turn. Boosh, boosh, skaboosh. They all fall to the poison. This is a good card. Gain 8 block, and block is not removed at the start of your next turn. Or bouncing flask. We already have a bouncing flask, so I think blur is fine. Let's smith. What are we gonna smith though? We can smith the flask to bounce an extra time, that's pretty good. Adrenaline to gain 1 more mana, that's decent. We can also craft these. I think the bouncing flask here. Or, we are, as I said, we're going for kind of a power strategy. These are powers, they happen every turn. So maybe we should just go and upgrade all our powers. Let's do that. Let's start. Let's build a power deck. Power poison deck. See how that goes. This guy can deal ginormous amounts of damage, fortunately for us. Here we can probably not drink that one. We can drink this one for sure. This power, this combat. The intangible will be something we're gonna need this against this guy, I think. Let's do a backflip. Let's lay some plans, do another backflip. Some acrobatics. Yeah, we can throw this away. I think starting the bouncing flask here is what we want to do. And the turn, keeping some crippling cloud poisoning. This guy can deal, I don't know, 70, 80 damage. I don't know what he deals on lower difficulties, but this guy is no joke. when he hits hard, he hits hard. 24. I think we can take a hit here just to set up all our powers. I think that's fine. And keep the crippling cloud. Oh, okay, we have 24. That's perfect. Sometimes it's actually worth taking some hits, I think, just to, especially when you're in these boss rooms and you know you're gonna heal afterwards. Taking a hit just to set up your powers can be fine. Let's go noxious fumes. Can we do a crippling poison? Yeah, I think we can. Let's first do adrenaline though. Footwork. Backflip. Deflect. Yeah, now we're fine doing this. End the turn, keeping some more poison. Yeah, he's slowly stacking up here. And we add 5 poison every turn to him, just from our passives here. $28 poison. His poison is stacking up. Let's calculate the gamble. Not do anything. Throw this away, keeping the backflip. Now he's casting something. What will he cast? Come at me. So we are weakened and we have... Ooh, that's a good one to get for free. Thank you. What did he cast exactly? Frail. Gain 25% less block. And weakened. 25% less damage. That's fine though. That's not something I worry too much about. Can't throw it away to defend here. We're gonna have enough. Prepared. 13 damage. Yeah, we can take a little bit of damage just to get even more poison in. Keeping a backflip. $260. He's going down faster. He has 52 poison now ticking on him, so he's going down for sure. We can just set up some block here. Don't even need to do much really. Bouncing flask would be nice. You can just defend. Got the get the blur, so block is not removed at your next turn. So we'll keep that 23. So we are more than ready for his attacks here. Let's do even more poison. There's a card which triples all the poison on someone. That's a card we're really looking to draw into at some point, if possible. I think we'll be fine without it, but it really buffs up your deck. And the last bosses that you're up against in this game are really, really difficult. That's when you need the super strong cards to deal with them. So here we might go for an intangible. Let's see how much block we can get if we need the intangible. Maybe we don't even need it here. Draw 4 cards. Discard the strike here. I think it's the worst. Let's do a neutralize. And yeah, we have more than enough block to actually tank his hit here. Can even put on some poison. Oh, he cleared the poison. He cleared the poison. What a guy. I don't remember him doing that. There are some bosses that can clear your poison. Don't remember that he could do that. Apparently he could. Thank you. More block. Always useful. Let's weaken him a bit. 24. Don't need more block, but that's all we did draw into though. And the turn, keeping the acrobatics. The poison is ticking up fast. When you get 5 free poison every turn, you're doing it then. Bouncing flask, 43 block, 53 block, 64 block. Yeah, we're doing it. We are doing it. The Powers deck. Powers deck is powerful. I can tell you that much. Neutralize, strike, backflip, backflip, blur, 34. Take 36, that's fine. Oh, I had a poison. Didn't even realize. It was dead anyway. Regen is good. Regen is something... if we can keep us at full HP, we get that sweet extra 1 mana at start of combat. Oh, here we have a lot of good stuff. Enemies lose extra strength. I think Burst is just the superior. We have so many skills that if we can play this, we are in good shape. Gain 1 extra mana at the start of your turn. You can no longer see enemy intents. That's actually a decent one. A bit dangerous. For every 5 cards in your deck, heal 3 HP whenever you enter a rest site. That's decent also. Since we don't have any... since we can no longer rest at rest sites, this is another possible heal. And Hovering Kite. Gain 1 mana and discard 2 cards at the start of your turn. So we get 2 cards less, but we get 1 more mana. I don't feel comfortable discarding cards though. We have so many good cards here. I think the Eternal Feather might be the choice here. We have a lot of mana already. We have this which gives mana, this which gives mana, and this which gives mana. So I don't think we need this. This is probably better. Let's go for the Eternal Feather. Keep our HP at full, if we can. So here, well, 182. So going for a shop here could be nice before the boss. On a couple of rest sites. Rest site here, one here. So we probably want to take something like this route. Yeah, let's go for a couple of these funny things. Question marks, these events. Okay, so these guys have thorns. That's the exact same ability as I have. Here we want to try to not take that much damage. So let's start off with the burst and backflip. That will give us 2 backflips. Footwork. Blur. Keeps the mana. And I guess Noxious Fumes as well. And the turn. Yeah, playing a skill twice in this deck is amazingly strong. This guy is going to explode for 30 damage in 2 turns, so we need to focus this guy down. Yeah, 1 mana, 2 cards. Mayhem is dangerous here. This is the kind of matchup where I don't feel comfortable going Mayhem, since he will attack into these Thorns creatures. So here we're gonna keep off that, I think. Instead going for some footwork, some backflip. Bouncing Flask is fine though. Let's do a calculated gamble. Lay some plans. I guess I'll end and keep the defend in hand. So, explosive. Explodes this turn. So we need to bring this guy to 0 this turn. To not have him explode in our faces. So that's done now. We're taking 10. So we need to prevent 10 some way. We have a backflip. We can do a Noxious Fume. Some deflects. Yeah, let's just defend here. Keeping the acrobatics in hand. So now we avoided taking that 30 damage. We're still at full HP, which gives us 1 extra mana every turn. So now we have 5 mana, that's pretty good. Let's do a burst and double draw from the backflip. A deflect. Acrobatics. Discarding a defend. Can do a blur, keeping all our... Done. That's it. That is it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Backflip. Bouncing. And then we're done. This guy's toast. It's poisoned to death. Death by poison. Some gold. Fire potion. Gain 5 strength. This is not very useful since we're not going for an attack build here. Here's outmaneuver. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. Next turn gain 3 mana for 1 mana. Predel this 20 damage. Next turn draw 2 additional cards. I have a lot of mana, but I think outmaneuver is still better. If we can just play our hand again and again and again and again. That is just amazing. Lose footwork, lose defend, lose naturalize. I think losing one defend here shouldn't be the end of the world. Don't want to lose my naturalize, that's a really good card. Ooh, here's an interesting one. I am War. Fight a boss from Act 1, obtain a rare relic. I am Awake. Upgrade all cards. You can no longer heal. No, we have all these healing relics here, so that seems like something I don't want to really. I am Rich. Gain 1000 gold. 1000 gold, that's insane. But we get 2 curses. While in hand, you cannot play more than 3 cards this turn. The question is, can we get rid of both curses? Let's look at the map here. Because then we're just beelining for... We have one shop here. Oh, there's a shop here, but we can't get to it. So we can only get rid of 1 curse. No, I don't think we can do this one. The curse is too strong. While in your hand, you cannot play more than 3 cards this turn. That's death sentence for our deck, essentially. Upgrade all cards you can no longer heal. That is really strong, but I don't think we can afford going for it. Fight a boss from Act 1 though, obtain a rare relic. That we can do. That we can do. This guy should be easy, squeezy, lemon peasy. Now when we have all the cards. Let's do a prepared. Okay. Keeping the bouncing flask. Destroy, destroy, destroy. 24. Let's burst the backflip. We don't want to take any damage if possible here. If possible, we just want a clean kill on this guy. So we're taking 3 damage here. Let's go for a calculated gamble and see if we can avoid that 3 damage. Yep, can, with another backflip. It's perfect. Let's neutralize him. Great. Let's keep the acrobatics. As long as we are at full HP, we can use the runic dodecahedron. At this guy, versus this guy though, I don't want to play Mayhem, since if he turns into Thorns mode, we might damage us, and we want to keep at full HP here. I think we can do without playing that. Some more footwork, blur, seems fine. Acrobatics, we can play the something to discard, huh? This we can discard. 24. Let's burst a... We can get insane amounts of mana with this. Yeah. Let's gain 6 extra mana next turn, why not? Draw some extra cards. Let's keep the poison. So we'll have, what's 6? We'll have 11 mana next turn. It's pretty silly. 10 mana. Or, no, 11. Yep. Thought so. Not that we needed it, really. Can do this. Or, can we get rid of all that mana? Maybe. Maybe we can play everything here. That's a pretty good turn. Managed to use 10 mana. 1 turn. Yeah, the power of card draw and mana. Really showing here. We need even more card draw, I think. Even more! Can't stop now. If we had even more blurs and even more card draw, we could probably keep the armor forever and never lose it. So we would draw into them again and again and again. Okay, here though, we are in risk of taking damage. Let's throw the strike away and let's burst a backflip. And a blur. And why not an outmaneuver? And the turn, keeping the bouncing flask, sure. Remember, we don't want to take any damage from this guy. We want to keep at full HP, if at all possible. Backflip. Let's do another backflip. We don't need really to deal that much damage. We have all the poison going, so we just need to... We don't need to do anything. Just defend, 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 and turn. Keeping a neutralize, maybe. So next turn is going down. Can just end the turn here. Don't need to play anything more. End the turn. He will die from poison. Perfect. That's great. Start of each combat, discard any number of cards and draw that many cards. That's a really good relic. Gain 7 block. Do we want to deflect? I think we do. We have a lot of card draw. So, fits perfectly into our deck. Starts combat with 1 dexterity. That's exactly what we want. Offer 368, lose all gold, obtain a relic. No, I'd rather buy something, I think, for that gold. It's a lot of gold. This guy, we will need to damage. He deals increasingly higher amounts of damage the longer time it goes. So you need to quickly deal damage to this guy whenever. So we need to get poison rolling quickly on this guy. Noxious fumes. That's one way to get it rolling, I guess. Crippling cloud. Yeah, we just need to draw into more poison. Mayhem is fine here. Deflect. Yeah, let's do a blur to keep the armor that we built up. You see, he has a lot of HP. He's counting down 4, 3, 2, 1, and then he starts dealing insane amounts of damage. Ever increasing. So we need to, as fast as we can, deal with this guy. What to do here? I guess we're gonna do a double out maneuver to have insane amounts of mana next turn. Discard our hand, do another footwork, a backflip. And then what do we keep? I guess we keep the noxious fumes, maybe. We have 1 intangible, so we can probably take a hit or 2 from him with the intangible. Let's see how quickly we can get to the... Need a lot of poison stacks on this guy. Backflip. Deflect. Backflip. Let's backflip again. Let's burst an acrobatics. Choose a card to discard. Defend. Defend. Neutralize. Let's do blur to keep all this. And let's keep the bouncing flask. Now we can start applying some poison to him. We're not the fastest deck really, so this guy might be our demise. We'll see. He's not dealing any damage yet, but he hasn't counted down to 5 yet. Choose a card to discard. We don't need to defend here. We got all the defense going that we need. That's not what we are. That's not the problem here. Let's discard a deflect. Do another backflip, another backflip. Let's double cast the poison on him. And sure, why not another backflip? And the turn. Keeping a survivor. Seems fine. 44. We have some poison going at least. Some poison. Yeah, he's dealing 30 now, but he's going to deal even more as time goes on here. So we need to... We need a lot of block, but we also need to find even more poison if possible. Ooh, I would like to do the burst bouncing flask, but we can't. So let's burst the outmaneuver instead. And let's keep the bouncing flask. I think upgrading the burst will be really good. 35. Yeah, he will be dealing a lot of damage soon. And here we didn't draw into too much action. Let's discard a strike, do another backflip, another backflip. Let's neutralize him. Deflect. Strike, strike, defend. It's time. 40. 40 we can probably deal with, I think. Let's do an outmaneuver, a deflect, a blur, a backflip, another backflip. Let's keep the acrobatics. Goodbye. How much damage? 45. Okay, I guess at this difficulty, this guy doesn't deal that insane amounts of damage yet, so that's lucky at least. Let's draw some cards here. Discarding this strike, we need 45, so we're gonna do this, and burst a backflip for even more. Okay, now we got him. Now we are in good shape. I don't think we really need anything else here to win. Now this character is decently strong. We have ways of gaining lots and lots of defense on this guy. That is what you need. Yep, now he's poisoned, we can just end the turn. The boot. Whenever you deal 4 or less unblocked attack damage. We are not dealing that much attack damage though, but it doesn't matter. Which one do I want? Deal 20 damage or deal 10 damage to all? I think 10 damage to all is better, so let's keep that. Ooh, deadly poison, well-laid plans. We already have a well-laid plans. Deflect is good also, but I think even more poison is what we need. Poison and card draw seem to work so far. What do we want to replace? Can replace this. We want to get to all our powers here, so don't need this yet. Don't need this. Let's have another go with that also. Blur seems fine though. I think these 3 can go. Okay, so let's burst a blur. So now we're gonna keep our block for 2 turns. Let's draw some more cards. Put down this. Well-laid defense. Some crippling stuff. And a backflip. That's what we're gonna keep. Let's see what this guy had. Strengthen up. At the end of its turn, gains 3 strength. Okay, so he's ramping up then. So are we. So are we with all these powers. There is too much power! Too much power in this deck. I like it. So here, mayhem. Deadly poison. We need to go for a backflip here. We need some burn. At the end of your turn, take 2 damage. That's fine. We have a lot of armor here. So we shouldn't be in trouble, I don't think. We can even go for this. Keep me a survivor. $24. These guys are a joke. This this game for babies? For adults? I don't know. Too easy. Easy. Gain 4 block, next turn gain 4 block. Dodge and roll is good. But I don't think we need it. I think I'm gonna skip for the first time here. I don't think these are the cards we want. Ooh. This girl is difficult. I don't need strikes here. Let's see what we don't want. We don't want this. Probably not this. Let's redraw them. Let's do Noxious. Let's do some free stuff there. We need to prevent the incoming damage. A Footwork. Acrobatics. Let's cast away this. Yeah, we want the Noxious Fumes though. But we need the Blur, I think. To have enough armor. As you see, these guys, they rack up quickly, we'll see. They dealt 9, now they're dealing 25 each. Yeah. This will be... We do have this though, that we can use. And we will probably have to use here. So let's throw this. Let's hope our black flip delivers. Some adrenaline, that's great. More footwork. Yeah, we need to try and bring down this guy. This won't be enough though. We'll take damage, unfortunately. I guess we might as well start sipping this. Yep. Keeping the defend. Taking some damage. So now we don't get that extra mana. That's unfortunate. Oh, we need the defend, but we need everything. We need to deal with that guy. Okay, so that's guy's a goner. Let's do a burst on the backflip. Okay. Crippling Cloud is exactly what we need here. Deflect. Defend, another backflip. Yeah, let's start poisoning. Let's put on this, and yeah, it's end the turn. We might get back to our 3, 2, 1. We'll probably be able to heal that up at some point to get our free mana back. So here we have 40 damage coming in, but this guy's dying, so it's only 22. 22 we can deal with, I think. Let's burst the defend, should be enough. We don't need to keep the wound here. 22 damage. We're healing 2. 18. 18. Why are there so few cards in hand though? Feels weird. Yeah, we need to go for a calculated gambler, I think. Yep. Backflip. Probably need to get all these off. Oh, so just 18 coming in. Then we can go for the flask. And the turn, keeping the survivor. 18 damage, huh? That's fine. That's fine. So, let's burst a blur, I guess. Make us invincible. Acrobatics. Don't need that wound. And backflip, keep. Bouncing Flask, pretty good. Deflect. You have a lot of backflips here. A lot of backflipping to do. Backs will be flipped. Now we're entering silly mode here when 115 armor. Keeping that for the next turn. Mobank. Whenever you climb a floor, gain 12 gold. No longer works when you spend gold at the shop. So, if you're getting a little bit of gold, it's better to gain this early, of course. Deal 20 damage next turn, draw 2 additional cards. I don't think we're gonna need that. Let's skip that. We are pretty... Whenever you discard a card during your turn, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. Interesting. So we have a shop here. Let's just beeline for that. And there we got the last HP back. Perfect. I think the burst. This turn your next 2 skills are played twice is insane. Simply insane. Let's go for another enemy. It's a spaghetti monster! What is he doing? Yeah, this guy's quite recent addition to the game. Let's see. How do we deal with this guy? I think poison is the best way to go about this. Do we want to keep the deflect maybe? No, probably not. So this guy, whenever he receives an attack, he flips. So sometimes it's useful to play attacks against him if he has something like 50 damage coming up. Otherwise, I think poison is the way to go versus this guy. Applying a lot of poison here to him. Poison. More poison. So he has 22 poison already. That's good. 11 damage. That's not something we care too much about. So let's just go and burst our acrobatics. We can throw away a defend. And we can throw away a strike here. Footwork, footwork. Oh, we need some some armor here, so let's backflip. Double backflip is what it became. 11 is not something we want to change, so we don't want to attack into him. What do we want to keep though? I guess the blur or the... Oh, we want to keep everything. Let's keep the noxious fumes. We need something to draw. Yeah, let's keep the backflip. Quite indecisive there. The spaghetti monster though, we have been lucky with these. Sometimes it says like 50 or something, or even more sometimes, I think, like 80, so you need to be very careful. If he presents a number which is too high, you need to attack into him to flip him. Whenever he receives damage, this number will change, so attack damage. We are not really an attack deck, we're more of a poison deck, so... Noxious fumes. Mayhem. Mayhem is a bit risky against this guy, but I think it's... could be fine. If he flips, we can just flip him back, so... And it's random, the thing that he chooses the first time anyway, so it might be good that we flip it, if we flip it. So more poison. Free poison is never bad. Backflip. Deflect. Poison. Prepared. A bouncing flask. And that should be all then. He's dead. Dead, dead, dead. Okay. Do we want to keep 2 cards? Then we could keep another well-laid plans. Might be worth it. There's nothing else here that I want. Maybe the dodge and roll. It's better than the current cards that we have, but we don't want all our cards to be... Yeah, I think the well-laid plans is fine. Being able to keep 2 cards could be valuable to us. These cards, when they die, they come back. So you need to kill them all at the... Not the same turn, but you can kill them... If you kill them the turn after, that's fine. But you need to kill them almost at the same time. So poison is good against them, but we need to get our defense up. What to do here? We have some damage that we need to mitigate, so let's do one backflip and deflect. Then we can just go for a Noxious Fume and Crippling Cloud here. And the turn. Still have the intangible. What else do we have? Discard a number of cards, draw that many, and gain 2 dexterity. I think these are gonna be used on the upcoming boss battle. We don't need to use them yet, I don't think. More footwork. More backflips. Noxious Fumes. Draw more cards. Let's throw this away. Need more armor. More armor. Even 15, I think that might be 12. Yeah, this is good enough. Perfect. As you see, even though we are including mostly defensive stuff in this deck, it's still, or a lot of defensive stuff, we're still close to taking damage, even on this difficulty. That's how much damage these guys deal. Let's end turn, keeping the gamble. They're very poisoned, so they will probably die about the same time. They have this lifelink. If enemies are still alive, revives in 2 turns at 50% HP. Some adrenaline. So now everything should be properly poisoned, it looks like. Yep, and the turn. Boom, boom, boom. Dash. 10 block. So actually a good card, but we don't need it here, I don't think. We're gonna skip that. Should we go for a boss? Yeah, I think we can actually afford going for a boss here. Another one of the heads, right? Okay. So we need to poison him as soon as possible. Outmaneuver seems fine, acrobatics seems fine. This is the only card I don't want in the opening hand here. Let's do a well-laid plans. Some footwork. Outmaneuver. Acrobatics. Yeah, sure, let's go burst. Footwork. Oh, we didn't even need burst. Should have kept it. It's a mistake. Oh, we're taking damage. Didn't even consider that we could take damage. Okay. We'll heal that back though before the boss. So shouldn't be too much of a problem, I don't think. Draw some cards. Let's do mayhem. Oh, we don't need this. Another backflip, more poison. Just need poison, poison defend, poison defend. That's all we're gonna play. Boom, 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 boom. Blur is good. Keeping some more poison. Just need to put him at a good high poison counter. And we could defeat him probably the exact same way that we did last time, I think. There's 29 poison counters here, but we're taking 5 a turn, so that's quickly increasing. Some more free block, sure, that's nice. Backflip, well-laid plans, bouncing flask. And let's keep the acrobatics. Just want to keep this train rolling. That's all we need. 22 damage. Should be mitigatable quite easily, I think. Let's go for an acrobatics. Can skip the defend, do a backflip. Probably a burst here into a blur. And why not? Deflect as well. Now we have a lot of I think oh, we can keep 2 cards now. I forgot we have 2 of them. Yeah, I think this will be a cakewalk from this point on. And the turn, outmaneuver, defend. We have so much poison. He's taking... Soon he'll be taking 100 damage a turn, so... He doesn't have that much HP, you know? If we could get that card which triples poison, we would be in tip-top shape here. We are already in good shape, but... The bosses are... The final bosses are surprisingly difficult, so... That's a pretty nice set of cards to keep. A burst into an acrobatics. $45 damage coming in. Let's burst. Backflip. 45 damage. We are not in any risk of dying yet, so... Yeah, this deck is going off. He will die next turn. We can just pass. Pass here and then pass the next turn. Goodbye. Goodbye, head. You be dead. Head, you be dead. Let's just end the turn here. We've already won. Easy peasy. The specimen. Ooh! Whenever an enemy dies, transfer any poison it has to a random enemy. That's pretty good. Let's do that. Power Potion. Power Potion versus Gambler's Brew. I don't know. I think this might be better. Let's keep it as it is. All enemies lose 8 strength this turn. This is a very good defensive card, but more backflips. That's what I want. Let's see what we can buy here. We have a lot of money. At the start of each combat, heal 2 HP. That's good. Whenever you play a power card, heal 2 HP. That's amazingly good in this deck. We have a lot of power cards. We have Noxious Fumes here. Effects that cost X are increased by 2. If this card is discarded, draw 1 card. That's also good. Bullet Time, you cannot draw additional cards. Reduce the cost of all cards in your hand to 0 this turn. This is also good. We have so many good picks here. So many good picks. Put a skill from a draw pile into your hand. That's also... we need the Noxious Fumes, I think. That fits perfectly into what we're doing. Whenever you play a power heal 2 HP, that's... I'm pretty sure that's something we want here. And then we might even want to go for a Ghost in the Jar. Ghost in the Jar is so good. We haven't had to use them, but if we need... Or Bullet Time. Bullet Time is also good. But we have so much card draw in this deck, I don't think we need Bullet Time, really. I don't think we need it. Yeah. Let's discard this and buy another intangible. I think that's the more reasonable choice to make here. And then let's take out a strike, I guess. We don't need these strikes at all. We're hardly using them. We have enough poison. And let's enter here. We're gonna heal 5, that's good. Let's see what we can smith here. We can smith the fumes, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think smithing the fumes is where we want to be. So, the boss before the final boss. 20 damage coming in. We need a blur and deflect here. Calculate gamble is fine. Neutralize. I think every card is fine here. Maybe the neutralize. But I think I'll keep everything here. I want all these cards. Let's weaken all you guys. And do this. Noxious Fumes. This guy has whenever you play a power card gains 1 strength, so he's a bit dangerous against us. But I think we'll manage. Let's do this as well. Backflip. Well-laid plans. And then let's keep the burst here. So we need to deal with these guys. And this guy also, when he dies, he comes back even stronger, so we need to kill him 2 times. This guy is a beast. We have the double intangible here, though. Can be a saving grace. Let's start with burst. And then I guess we go for poison. We need to kill these guys. 16. No, we need to backflip here, unfortunately. Okay, so... Yeah, footwork, mayhem. We need them. Also, when these guys die, they will transfer their poison to Big Papa here, so... I think we are in a good position. And we have the double intangible, if things goes bad. We had the luxury to keep these for the entire game. Might come in handy here. An exhaust, drawing more cards. Footwork. A lot of attack damage coming in though. A lot of it. Let's do this as well. And another backflip. And even a survivor, I think. We need to... do we play this? No, I don't think we have to, or need to even. Let's keep the bouncing flask. This guy dies, transfers his poison to the Big Papa. That's good. Yeah. Whoops, that's not exactly what we wanted. That's unfortunate. Let's neutralize him. Dagger him. Here, I think going for full block mode is fine. Got a lot of poison on him. The problem is that he will clear all the poison when he goes into his second, much stronger mode. That was a good one though. Let's go for a backflip first. Then a burst. Burst is pretty nice here. Double blur is also amazingly good here. And why not double poison him while we're at it? And do another backflip. Can end the turn, keeping an outmaneuver. We do have a lot of defense. We need to be stacking poison cards though in our hands. In our hand, I guess. So that we can deal with him when he comes back. Let's burst, outmaneuver. Now we have insane mana next turn. And also a decent amount of block, I guess. And the turn, keep the dagger throw. So he will be dead next turn, but he will be coming back. Let's see if we can try and keep some poison in hand. Could be a good plan here. Let's lay some plans. Backflip. Blur seems good, but let's first go for the acrobatics. Strike. Deflect. Backflip. Keeping... If we can draw into double skill here, that would be amazing. That's exactly what we want to draw into here. Yeah, we'll keep drawing. As you can see, this deck is almost playing itself by now. More cards. Another deflect. Yeah, we have a dagger throw. That might get us there. And deflect. So, I guess we have to play this. Not too sad, really. End the turn. I'm gonna keep the 2 poisons so that we have something to do when he comes back. We have 210 armor though. That we're going to keep for next turn, so. Here then. Let's burst. Let's burst Bouncing Flask so that we can get some poison going there. And let's burst Deadly Poison. We have a lot of armor. That's not what we need. We need cards. Let's discard. Okay. Let's keep the double backflip. Might come in handy next turn. As you can see, he has entered the deal shit tons of damage mode. Unfortunately, or fortunately I should say, we have loads of defense on this character. Strike. Can go. Can do a backflip. Deflect. Backflip. Deflect. Prepared. Don't need to defend. Backflip. Okay, let's do a neutralize. Backflip. Here then, let's do a burst and start off with the poison. And acrobatics. Card to discard. We don't need this. And we don't need this. And here we can just blur. And end the turn with an outmaneuver and a backflip. So, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Might even get to the last boss here. This might be how this goes. Deflect, outmaneuver, perfect. Backflip, deflect, backflip. Yep. Acrobatics, sure. Neutralize. Now let's keep the burst and the poison. We have 133 armor, so not really in any threat of dying yet. Blur. Let's burst a burst deadly poison. Another deadly poison. And flask. Backflip. Ooh, we're taking... No, we're maybe not taking damage here. We'll see. $36. No, we're not taking damage. Perfect. We did it! He's dead. He's dead. We're off to the last boss. To the last boss. Thump thump. Are you... Victory? Oh, you don't... You don't get to fight the last boss on this difficulty. Interesting. Nice. Well, I guess that's it then. I guess that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Now we get Catalyst, Corpse Explosion. Oh, there's the card. I thought it's not even unlocked yet. I started a new account here, so... Perfect. Cool. See you next time.